Hello and welcome to a depressing Gags Tandon Show. And it might look like, oh, look, I haven't even changed the media assets. That's how bad it is today. It might even be a little bit of a chat G&G because I've got Grizz with me as well. Grizz, first time post-match. I guess last time post-match. Bad luck. Yeah, how do we go about that one? That's totally against the start of the season. I guess maybe not. Could we say we had one coming? Maybe.
We definitely had one one game where the luck would go against us or not for us, however you want to look at it. Whether that was unlucky to concede in the last minute or the corner that wasn't a corner, but overall, I think we deserved it. I think we absolutely deserved it. We didn't deserve, in my opinion, people may agree. I don't think we deserved even a point. I think Allison kept us in it in that first half with an absolute monstrous performance. And yeah, what a debut to make on the Gags Tandon Show. I'm sorry, people, if you're used to a happy-go-lucky Gags Tandon Show for the last few weeks. It is what it is.
Listen, you got to take the wins and losses in the same way. I think that's what champions do, and if you can, and you know they hurt, but it's the character of the way you take it. And let me be honest, we've taken some last minute winners this season, some last minute winners. So a last minute loss, I think it was coming that the luck would run out at some point. It's time to wake up, I think, for the team and the manager maybe a little bit because let's be honest, you got schooled first half, slot by Glasner. Now, one thing we can hate Glasner, absolutely hate Glasner. I do. Love the Palace fans and actually think the team's fantastic. I hate the manager, but you got to respect the manager. That's one thing you have to do is respect him because he came out and he set the team up perfectly against our team. And let's be honest, Slot had no answer in that first half for it. He needed the break to come for it to turn it around, and maybe that's where Palace also got a little bit tired and we got into it. But the subs ruined us, I thought, afterwards. You know,
Look,
wasn't very good when he came on again. That's two performers. Bradley was awful today. The right
we
back position is bad.
we've applauded Slot, and of course, rightly so. He's been magnificent, nothing short of magnificent for us. But I thought he's overthought the team lineup. We had a chat in the red room, and I was saying, everyone was like, "No, we need to Verts on the left, and we need to do this and that." And I was like, we really don't need to overcomplicate it. And that was my thinking. I'm not a tactico, I'm not an expert, but I was just thinking, no, just keep going as we are. There's a rhythm, there's a balance, there's a way that we're playing, which is comfortable to all, especially when you've got new players making their debuts this season. And that's set up in the first half, Gags. Gags, we done a show where you and 75, 80% of the audience laughed at me when I said, Florian Wirtz, I don't give a shit about what he's done at his previous clubs and his country. Do you remember? I said,
no. The conversation was that you hated the players praising him.
And I said, but the point I was trying to make was because I don't care about what he's done and what his potential is, whatever. I don't give a damn. We're Liverpool Football Club. He has to perform in a Liverpool shirt. Now, he's young and he will have absolutely time. And it's not his fault. It's Slot's fault. It's the rest of the teammates. But there's a huge question mark about McAllister and Wirtz in the same positions, roles, teams. I don't think many Liverpool fans are ready to have that conversation, but I certainly would like to have that conversation one day, and I'm eagerly going to keep an eye on that moving forwards because I think McAllister and Wirtz are struggling to play in the same team. McAllister was a ghost again, an absolute ghost.
think it's a bit premature, really, to say all those things. McAllister's not fit yet. Slot said it before the game. He needs to
Why is he
play.
starting over Curtis Jones? Why is he starting over Curtis Jones then?
That's the point. It's a slot problem, right? Why is he starting over Curtis Jones? Just before we move on, I'm sorry, continue that convo. Ekitike cost us that game. Paul thinks if he was fit, he could have started or played a little bit more. Sorry, not fit. If he was available, should I say, he could have played. I think Dell. Oh, actually, shouldn't be sharing Dell. And who else is there here?
There's loads. Comments are going to be flying in.
Yeah.
Let's just try to have a conversation. Leave the comments. Honestly, the comments, we can read the comments, and if anyone wants to send a super chat, we'll read it out. But big up everyone in the chat. Comments are going to be flying in, which is natural, and everyone's got a reaction and an opinion, which is absolutely right. And this is why you're here, to just make comments and interact with us. But people are saying, for example, Jay saying, when are we having a Mo conversation? What do you want to have a conversation about? He's been atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. He hasn't got going. But we can say that for so many players. That Kanate first half performance was a hall of shamer. Where do we start, Gags? So I guess we start with the lineup. I made it very obvious and very clear. I didn't like the lineup, Gags. I don't know if you got excited by the fact that Wirtz, McAllister, Isak, Salah, all in the same lineup. It didn't excite me. I didn't see no balance in that lineup. I don't know what you thought.
I thought if they'd gone 4-2-3-1, it would have been okay. At least there would have been some balance. Unfortunately, though, they went the box, and the box just didn't work. We played into Palace's hands completely.
Into their hands.
We do have to share this because it's a super chat. Thank you so much, Nuggie. Appreciate it. Deserve nothing. Hate to say it, but Mo's play is hurting us. He's our star boy. Can't affect the game. Bradley garbage. Kanate bad. Macking it other people made no sense. Thanks, Shane. Agree with most of that. But yeah, the box midfield literally just played into their hands completely. And I don't think it worked at all first half. Like we couldn't penetrate. And the width, there was no width because Kirkes is good to have for width when there's actually a winger there so he can overlap or underlap, right? But on his own, he can't give you that width. So if you wanted the width, Robbo maybe should have played. But again, I don't think
the setup was wrong, Gag. The setup was wrong.
I don't think you should be relying on the left back to give you the full width here at the end of the day. Honestly, I thought the box, I was excited by the box, but 10 minutes in, you could tell this is all wrong. And we were behind by then.
I wasn't at all. And it's not about brownie points or who gives a shit. Like, who really gives a shit, if someone's right or wrong? But I didn't like the idea of it. I didn't like the concept of it, and I couldn't envisage it, especially with unfit players, especially with so many new players, and especially with so much less coaching time they must have had with this system. Isak's been there a couple of weeks, and the rest of them making their debut seasons. It didn't make sense to me. I was very surprised Gakpo didn't start. He's not been great, but he gives us some form of balance as someone on the left. Kirkes had Ismail Assar and Munoz to deal with. There was no way Kirkes was going to bomb up and down the left like we were expecting him to. Yeah. It made zero sense. I don't know the thinking behind Slot's planning and tactical setup. He will maybe be able to give us some insight into the post-match press conference and see what he says and what he's thinking, what his idea was. Whatever it was, it didn't work.
I hope he's not moaning about the first goal because it was in a corner. The point is they could have scored 7 first half. Like, they could have been 6 up, 5-0 up in the first half. Yeah, Ibu missed a header and stuff. Only one chance. Their keeper made a great save. And I know on the XG, we ended up being ahead somehow because the second half, we did get some chances. And we missed a lot of chances. Wirtz missed one. Isak should have scored as well. Like, second half, we should have been all over them. But let's talk first half. Literally, that game should have been over.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for Alisson in goal, that game was over after 25 minutes.
Seriously. Yeah, we could talk about the second half, but we're Liverpool Football Club, and if we're really thinking we're going to be as bad, or if we are going to be as bad as the first half, then there's no conversation to be had here. So we were always going to be better in the second half. So I'm not giving them any credit for the second half performance. I'm not. I'm not giving them any credit. I'm not giving them any
They lost in
praise
the
for
end,
thinking.
they don't deserve any credit. They lost.
Yeah. But someone was saying, oh well, we turned it around in the second half. We should have won or whatever. No.
We should have done better. We should have. I mean, that's the story of the game. We should have done much
And I
better.
don't think it was complacency. I don't think it was arrogance. I just think Palace was superb. First and foremost,
No
yes.
hate to Palace on this.
No.
They outplayed us today.
I
They're
said it in the red
fantastic.
room. I said in the red room, and people that ain't watched it, you probably won't want to watch it now. But I said, listen, we can hate Glasner as much as we want. He's a fantastic coach, and he's done a brilliant job. Palace, since the creation of Crystal Palace as a football club, and I don't know when they were formed. Maybe someone in the chat could do a quick Google. This is the best form of Crystal Palace ever. To be a Crystal Palace fan right now is cloud nine. This is the greatest Palace team ever, and this includes the Ian Wright, the Mark Bright team. Palace have won the FA Cup, the Charity Shield, and taken massive scalps, and are unbeaten in 18 games now. So to lose to Palace away is no shame in the grand scheme of things, but the mannerism of the defeat, with an early goal and the late goal, and just the general play from us and them, it wasn't on. It wasn't on, Gags.
I actually think that the in-between was the worst. The start and the end. The ending, obviously, we deserved it at the end, but I think the result was the right result. Like, don't get me wrong. I actually think we deserved to lose that game after the first half performance. It was horrendous. The way we got cut open by Wharton in that game, all game, by the way, was insane. Like, we just got chopped. It was like a hot knife through butter, man. It was smooth as heck. They were in 3 or 4, maybe 5 times. The crossing on the right, Bradley was nowhere to be seen. Ibu couldn't make a header. It was just a awful first half performance, and we couldn't actually penetrate them at all. Like, that was the worrying part, was that we couldn't lay a glove, on them. We're just gonna lay a glove on them at all. So I think that's where the worry comes. And is he thinking about the next 3 games in a row and what we're doing? But I don't think you should. I think you should take the game at a time and then decide what's going to happen the next. You can plan ahead, but with Ekitike's problem, and is that going off at 83? I was a little bit perplexed, because if you were already over by 10, 15 minutes and you're supposed to be coming off at 60, then you might as well play the last 10 minutes. You might as well just go. You never know what's going to happen if he's on the pitch. You just don't. I think there was some really weird, really, really weird decisions today from the manager. Some really weird decisions.
It started from the lineup, Gags, and it just went from bad to worse after that. And then the individual performances added to the misery. You can get a lineup wrong, but if your star men stand up to the fight and the battle, can sometimes make light work of the formation, if you know what I mean, and make the game work in your favor. That didn't happen. Happen. I don't think Virgil was great. I know all the spotlights on Konate, and Konate has been shambolic. Like, Konate was like Mateta. I've said it before and it's proved it again. He's given us the hardest time anyone has given. And he gave horrid Van Dijk and Konate a horrid time. I thought Bradley was poor. I don't think Kirkes was great. And the midfield, I don't know what to say in response to this claim that Macca's not fit. If he's not fit, don't have him anywhere near the team. Simple as. I don't want to keep giving me excuse every week. Oh, he's not fit yet. Oh, he's not up to speed yet. Hello, it's game week 7 next week. Game week 7. Like, what? If he's not fit, what are we doing playing him? Especially in the toughest away game, the toughest game we're going to have so far this season.
This was the toughest game, 100%. Well, Newcastle and this was the toughest games this season.
Him and McAllister, McAllister and Wirtz in the same team is a conversation in the same formation, or we have to make a formation that gets the best out of them. The only one who gets a pass is Isak, because he's, come on, what? Everyone else, Sobozalai, worked his ass off, but there was no quality. Gravenberch wasn't amazing. And the subs, you're right. Like Chiesa, if you take away the goal, again, misplaced passes, fouls, yellow cards, and Frimpong, a horrible, horrible little cameo. Again, I don't know what more he could have done. What Ekitike, people saying Ekitike, yeah, that was. This is why we were annoyed and frustrated at the Ekitike sending off. Like he could have done something in the second half. He could have helped. Isak could have come off early. We could have had a focal point up front.
Yeah.
We
You
didn't.
can tell Isak's not fit. I mean, he tried his best and he went close, and he probably should have scored. But 199 from Chris here. Thank you. Anyone else concerned about words? I think, or overthinking? I think Chris has been saying it. He's concerned. I'd like to give him a little bit more of a chance. At the end of the day, still early doors for me. 15, 20 games is where you should judge players when
The
they
thing
play.
is, I'm not doubting the player. Let me make it clear, people. I'm not doubting the player. I'm doubting how do we get the best out of him. And I'm doubting him playing in the same formation or lineup as McAllister. That's what I'm doubting.
Yeah, I mean it's a fair shout. I think we gotta see what happens with Mac. Mac needs to get fit ASAP, and this was
And then what?
terrible.
And then so how do you envisage the future with McAllister and Wirtz in the same team? What formation?
I think a 4-2-3-1 would work if he's left side, for sure, because he's then not, on the inside all the time, and he's not playing 10. But to be honest, when Wirtz was 10 today, actually properly 10 today, that's when we created all our chances second half. And I know people aren't going to think about it because obviously we lost and all that, but literally the main chances, all the XG that was created in the second half is all when Wirtz was 10. That was the most creative point. And when he went off, Dom had to go create from right back. There was nothing central anymore. Then as soon as Wirtz went off and Dom went to right back, that's when all the chances came on from the right. Everything was Dom. Dom moves central and Frimpong goes right. Nothing's happening.
Goes to shit again.
Yeah. So there are things just for Alvin here. I don't know how much SGG 298 is, but whatever. Liverpool get the taste. Yeah, absolutely we did. And there's no harm in saying that. It's okay, man. You gotta take the licks, man. It's like you gotta take the licks. If you're gonna dish them out, you gotta take them as well. So absolutely. I don't think he was wasted. Daz. I actually think we played really well when he was there. He was fantastic. Bradley was horrendous. Frimpong was shit. We should have bought another midfielder. We should have got another winger. That's what we're really missing, is another winger as well, because Gakpo came on, didn't affect anything at all. So letting go of Diaz and not bringing a winger in last minute was a big mistake. It always was going to be. Like, for example, Chiesa came on as striker. He's not even playing Chiesa left. Chiesa gets the goal, fine, and Chiesa tried his hardest again. Fair play. I think someone like Chiesa and Alisson are the only two probably that go off with the head held high. Maybe Dom, maybe just because of the bit when he was at right back centrally, he wasn't very good either. He wasn't. We got played through every time. Well, where was Grav today?
We're talking
about where was Grav today?
I'll tell you why the playing through Palace playing through us was frustrating. I'll tell you why it was frustrating. Because Slot, I believe, formulated or played this formation to stop that. And that's what makes it even more frustrating and hard to take. Because I think he played this so they wouldn't be able to transition on us so easily, like they have been in the past, or the Charity Shield, or sometimes at Anfield, they frustrated us as well.
Absolutely.
I look, I'm not an expert on Palace, but I could tell you the threats were going to be from Muniz and Sarr and Mateta.
We knew that. Everybody, and Wharton, sorry. Wharton was the...
Yeah, Wharton's... Yeah, but how good is Kamada next to him?
Yeah. All over Grav.
So it's not... It is, of course, it's frustrating. It's this bloody angry frustration, whatever, but...
I can't believe we're still 5 points clear of City at the moment, but it's not going to last if we play. By the way, Chelsea, who we play next week, haven't got Cole Palmer and now lost Chalobah, I think.
Gags, I'm so sorry, man. Honestly, I can't think of the next game at the moment. I'm fuming with this one. Like Galatasaray in the midweek, again, I couldn't give a shit about the Champions League right now.
I don't give a
Honestly,
shit about every game, to be
like
honest. But yes,
I
let's
thought
focus on this game.
I thought we've pulled something out here, and we've got a bloody a draw. And I would
And
have
that's
absolutely
the disappointing
laughed.
part,
I
right?
would have laughed at a draw. I was
Oh,
ready to
mate,
laugh at a draw.
somebody in the Discord, and by the way, whoever the fucker was who said it's finished, I'm gonna find you in the Discord who said the game is finished, because I don't think you remember. I'm gonna fucking ban you, because the point is, you said the game is finished, and I think you were I think you were probably an opposing fan from another club. Because why the hell you said the game is finished, and then obviously you're the streams. People are on streams today and they're behind, and then Palace went and scored. So people were like, okay, relax, 1-1. We get it and we take it. And I was there like, phew, yeah, I take that. And then all of a sudden, Palace score. I'm like, that's how you proper get hurt, man. When you actually think the game's over and then you concede one. And the
Guys,
way
let me
we
tell you
conceded one
something.
as well, dude. Like,
Let
this
me
is
tell you
what
what
all
happened.
the other fans this year have felt against us.
So let me tell you what happens to the lead up to their winning goal, right? And we can discuss our goal or their goal, and we can discuss that. But
I
just
don't
because
even think we
you
needed to say discuss any goals. It's just talk. Just talk,
so
Grizz.
so the lead up to that goal,
Hmm.
we're pressing obviously for the winner, and the ball goes out the play on 96th minute, and then you
Yeah.
think to yourself, all right, you know the referee's going to blow, and Slot wanted him to blow. He was having a word with the linesman, like, "What are you doing now?" So the goal was actually scored in the 98th minute, wasn't it? I believe.
No, it wasn't. It was
97th.
96. It was 96. It was just before 96 happened.
No, it wasn't.
I think so.
100% wasn't. 100% wasn't. Because Slot was going mad. It was 97-40 or something. 97-30 or something. Yeah, it was 97th minute.
It was actually 90 plus 7. Guess who got the assist? Mark Gehi.
But check this out. So the ball goes into our box, right? And it's quite dangerous. And it's going towards Kirkes, who's left-footed, we know, right? And we know him and Robertson's right foots are like just to stand on, right? But Kirkes manages to do the more difficult thing in a penalty box when there's a defender probably on your neck and you're thinking, I can't let the ball go past my right foot and swing with my left foot body pivot, just in case just in case the keeper, the attacker that's behind me nips ahead of me. And how many penalties have we seen given like that, where the attacker just gets to the ball ahead and you swipe with your left foot because you've taken so long for the ball to go across, right? So that was the danger. The simple thing in every fucking technical book is just smash it with your right foot. It's the last kick of the game, technically.
100%.
Because if he clears that up in the air over the halfway line, the referee blows full whistle. But the fact that he manages to do a 180 body swivel pivot and play out for a throw-in, the referee is obliged to give them a throw-in and let it flow then. That's what happens. The referee wanted it. I mean, I'm not blaming the referee. I'm just saying that's the momentum of the game. Human element comes in and think, all right, he's got a throw-in. Let's just play this. Let this play and throw out. This throw-in play out. Let this throw-in play out. And as soon as that happened, Gags, I had visions of them scoring. And the ball falls to Eddie Nketiah, Arsenal player, ex-Arsenal.
I know. That's the whole story that Arsenal fans are going to be celebrating. I honestly hope they lose. I honestly hope they lose tomorrow to Newcastle. I could really do with supporting Newcastle for once after all the hate this summer on them. Oh my goodness.
That was hard to take. The performance was shocking. The coach had a shocker, and it's fine. He's allowed to have a shocker. He's human. I think we overthought it. I thought not playing Gakpo and then resting him or rotating him or wherever didn't make sense to me, because he would have helped with the height as well, and he has helped with the height element, defending and attacking. We had actually an edge on them on set pieces when we were attacking them. Konate, how he didn't score was just
Yeah. This comment is interesting. Last year, Nottingham Forest is different, but Forest did not outplay us. And all the idiots that said Palace deserved that win last year, they were fucking thick. Palace did not deserve to win. They had one shot on goal, one worldie. The draw was the right result last year. This one we deserve to lose, bro. This loss is way different. This is proper deserved to lose that game. From that first half performance on its own, that game should have been put to bed a long time ago. And we have a world-class goalkeeper who kept us in it. They were offside a couple of times second half as well, and he saved a couple of those as well, which didn't count to his save tally. But
right now, the best we can hope for, the best, is Newcastle at least getting a draw, at least, and we just keep it moving. Because look, as I said, in the grand scheme of things, Palace away, unbeaten in 18, you can lose to them. The crowd was magnificent. They were up for it. And we've named all the players. Their big players were ready for it. Our big players didn't perform.
yeah,
I don't know where you want to go, people. I know everybody wants to have a conversation about Mohamed Salah. I don't know what you want to say about him. In our big six predictions, I didn't have him as the golden boot winner. I didn't have him as the most assister. And everyone was like, wow, you've given up on Salah. I was like, no, I just don't think he will have the levels of seasons that he's had in the past. But if he gives me 60, 70% of the seasons that he's had in the past, I'll be content and happy for someone his age. But I am worried about Mohamed Salah.
yeah, me too.
You can come at me how much you want and say, oh my God, how are you doubting the king? He's still the king, but I'm worried about him.
Yeah, we're not. Well, I think we're not involving him enough. That's the thing.
I just think his touch is awful, atrocious. Forget involving him. Sometimes you have to involve yourself. And I just think, I don't know if it's the formation. I don't know if it's the personnel change from week to week. There's no rhythm in his game. I thought he looked so much better against Atletico. And I thought this turning point, he looked really good.
He did.
But today was atrocious.
It's so on a slot here and the winning goal. It's never ideal when you concede in extra time, but there was a sub, so half a minute extra was fair. I have to check when they scored. You know what? I love it that when he's honest, there was a sub in the added time, so that's right. They should get the added time.
No. Yeah, look, I'm only mentioning the extra time bit in terms of how it played out emotionally for me. Like seeing Kirk do that and thinking, that's what I'm saying. I'm not complaining about the extra time. Absolutely, you capitalize on extra time, and sometimes it comes back to bite you in the proverbial backside.
But we conceded off set pieces, right? Basically, a long throw and a corner.
After all the open play slicing through us, etc.,
that's where we lost
absolute shocking ricochets. One from Gahey knocked down, and the other one was from Gravenberch. Very similar, not kind of similar to the Endo goal we conceded, the Endo ricochet in the League Cup. I mean, I don't know. It's very hard to take. And as people are saying, is this how it feels like to lose a game of football? Yeah, this is how it feels like. We're not often on the receiving end of losses, so I guess we have to accept it and take it.
Yeah, of course. Always got to accept it. That's the thing. I think it hurts at the moment when it happens, when the goal goes in. But to be honest, we would have got another a get out of jail card if we drew that game.
Simon says, that's Gag's point. How can you have rhythm when you only have the ball every 3.15 minutes? My counter point, not argument, because we've had enough arguments in our lives, Simon, to last a lifetime. My counterpoint to that would be, in order for you, if you are lacking rhythm and you're not getting the ball, my point is a leader, a talisman, a world-class player, call him what you want and everything you want, and he deserves all the accolades and the titles I've given him. You go and touch the ball as much as you need to. You get yourself in the game. If you think your team are not getting you the ball, or there's a problem with the formation issue, you resolve it on and off the pitch. You maybe have a word with the coach and say, okay, this is not suiting my game. And then it's up to Slot to make sure either we play a game that suits Mo, or, as I believe, we're going away from relying on Mo, and I think it's an actual move in order not to be over reliant on Salah. Then you have to involve yourself. That's my counterpoint would be to
I
that.
actually think the problem is that Bradley and Frimpong, even Dom, when they're playing there, just aren't linking with him very well this season. They're just not. I don't know what the problem is. Like Bradley played there the most of last season. Not most, but a lot of last season, and it was fine. It worked. But this year, don't know what's going on. Bradley's not linking up with him well. I don't think Frimpong knows him well. I think obviously Dom won't know how to play with him down the right very
There is
well.
an issue with the dynamics and the rhythm, yeah, because of the
There is,
change of personnel week on
there
week.
is a massive change in dynamic there. But then also, we've changed the entire front line, and he's actually come out and said it himself, Mo. Hey, this is going to take time to get used to because I was very used to Jota, Diaz, and Nunes. I knew them. We used to link up very well. And that's why he's very emotional about talking about them whenever someone tries to diss them, because at least it worked. Now he's not dissing anyone. He's just saying it's going to take time to get used to this forward line. And Isaac's not played hardly any minutes. He should have scored today, but he's hardly played any minutes. So it's going to take a while to click. This was coming. I think it was a deserved loss. I keep saying it was a deserved loss, but I would have taken that draw and run. And had we nicked a winner at the end, I would have taken it as well. But you can't complain. I mean, I can't complain whatsoever.
Let's go through. Thanks to our watchers and subscribers and listeners, we're getting some quotes from Slot, so keep them coming and we can go through them. He says their game style fits really well to their players. They have a low block with fast players on the break and a big man in Mateta. We had a lot of problems in the first half. Arnie Slot, you're magnificent, brilliant, but we knew this from the start. So, what was the game plan, and what went wrong? Because that game plan, I think, and I think Gags said it as well, literally suited them more than us. It hindered us. We had absolute zero rhythm. If you want to compete, you need a very positive balance with set pieces, and even more in this league. It was one of our biggest strengths last season. Now we have conceded two against Newcastle and two here, but this league is more and more about set pieces.
Interesting.
And he says, we take learnings from all the games we've played, and we can take even more from a game like this.
I mean, he's not moaning. It's good. He's not come
No,
out.
he's not moaning. He's not moaning. Yeah. Look,
I
moaning
think-
is for us. Fans, media, like, we're the moaners. It's for us. He's not. Yeah, he's not.
Like this. No, absolutely not. He's got a messy picture, so he's obviously a fan of someone else. Oh dear.
That's fair enough. I know there's loads of non-Liverpool fans in the chat today. I can see they followed me over from Twitter. I can see from some of the comments and some of the names, recognize you. But look, it is what it is. You have to, like you said, you have to take the rough with the smooth. And today was pretty rough. Because this fight, if you play, it's a good game. Was it a good game from a neutral's point of view? Do you reckon if we're neutral, if we take off our Liverpool hat, was that a good game neutral?
Yeah, they would have loved us getting battered. You know, they would have loved it. They would have loved it.
First half theirs, second half ours, and then dagger at the end.
At least Saeed gets a hate watch for once.
No, he didn't watch it. I knew we were in trouble. There was two things that I knew we were in trouble. Saeed wasn't doing a hate
watch. Matisse wasn't doing a hate watch.
Yeah, because they realized they've given up. So I thought, oh, we're in trouble now. And I've got 100% record at Palace, and I couldn't make it today.
Oh, bastard! A few of my superstitions didn't happen today either. I had a bad feeling first thing in the morning. Yeah. There's a couple of weird superstitions I do that I haven't done in the lead up to the game in the week. So I realized it this morning. Whoa, I didn't do that thing yesterday that I was supposed to do. There's no point talking about it. It's funny, but at the end of the day, none of them happened. And I went for a haircut today. I was like, yeah, I think this is going to be a bad day. So it happened. I think when you have negative thoughts like that, these things happen. I think that we just knew. I think fans just knew. Also, Palace seem to be our bogey team right now. No matter what we do, we just can't seem to crack this Glasner lad, you know.
Well, no one has.
I hope he doesn't go to Man United either, to be honest.
Hey?
Glasner. I hope he doesn't ship off to there once.
Oh,
a
no, 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 no.
Mourinho.
He doesn't come across as a Man United manager to me at all.
You reckon?
Mm.
So, I mean, the good thing is Man United lost and Chelsea lost. So, Saeed and Matisse won't be doing your head in too much, mate. It's going to be okay.
Honestly, right now, them punks are the least of my headaches and problems. I can deal with them, no problem. It's like, it's not. It's like, you have to take you have to take it on the chin.
You
Take it
do,
on
man.
the chin.
Like we're all everybody's like there's a few people who's lost their heads in a WhatsApp chat, man. I'm like they're like VVD's not a great as captain as Henderson was, and I'm like, shut the hell up, man, bros. Just one game and you started to make stupid statements, guys. Chill. We have to say though, this man turns up. Not Ashby. Ashby's also turning up all the time, but Chiesa turns up when it's needed. And it's a shame that he didn't get a draw for us today and earn it, but Keke has decided to be an idiot, and then Frimpong decided not to mark his man in the box either. And we end up losing, but yeah, not the best. And I don't think Tuesday night's going to be fun in Turkey either, by the way, for the fans
Oh
or
no.
for the players. I think this is a rough week. I mean, you could be looking at 3 L's here, lads. So if you think this is hard, Turkey's going to be rough, and they're not a bad team. I know they've just lost to Frankfurt 5-1, but in their own home ground and in their Turkish league, they're 100% wins all season.
I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not
Oh,
looking
not
forward
at
to
all.
it. I'm not caring about it. And that's not from an arrogant point of view.
No, I care about it all. I care about every game. Are you worried about the tactics, leaving things too late? Yeah, of course. Really, we talked about it right at the start. The team just wasn't right today. The team that came out, the formation wasn't right. Let's put it that way. I think maybe the players could have played in the right place if they've moved them around a little. But 2 up top and a box midfield which had no clue
It was
what
awful. It was awful. It didn't make sense in my head. It didn't make sense on paper. I couldn't visualize how we were going to make this work.
But second half, Taylor, as second half, they sat back completely. They decided to sit back completely, so it was kind of playing into our hands as well, and they paid for it in the end. But we got Chris Singh here as well, 499. Thank you so much, Chris. Now I'm calm. League ain't won this early, but it can be lost. Need to get our stuff together. I trust Slot to figure it out. Yeah, for sure. If you can go on another run of wins, if we can go away to Chelsea next week and get a win, it would be good. As a Liverpool fan, this shows Arsenal's invincible season is the greatest season of all time. I think you're an Arsenal fan saying that, but yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I think I don't know. I think I've said everything I need to say today. I don't really have too much more to say. Grizz, apart from this is a rough week. This is going to be a tough week. If we can get some momentum back.
Do you remember last season? There were so many weeks. Remember last season there were so many weeks that were pivotal, and people were looking at run of fixtures and thinking, "Oh, this is where they come unstuck," or "This is where a team has the league is blown open," or whatever.
Yeah.
And Chelsea away, look, Everton home, Chelsea and Palace away in 3 consecutive weeks was always going to be, and obviously putting Galatasaray in the midweek away as well, was always going to be tricky. It is what it is. The bigger you are, the bigger the matches, the bigger the stakes. And so you have to just keep rolling with it and know and have trust in your players and your formation and your thought process. And yeah, like that last super chat said, I trust in Slot to figure it out. He hasn't, and he didn't figure out Palace and Glasner today. But moving forward, let's hope he's got a plan for. Look, most of you saying Galatasaray, I'll reiterate, I don't care about Galatasaray. I'm looking forward to Chelsea. And now it puts pressure on us, in my opinion, to try to go and win that, as opposed to we take a draw at the start of the game because of this loss.
Yeah. And it cost you 3 points in our duel as well. The draw would have got you 3 points on our, and now we both lost out with 0 points on this one, and I stay ahead. So unfortunately, it's a bad day all round, really, for us all.
We're not always going to have bright, great, amazing days where we're lucky celebrating winners. It's just not sustainable. And that's that word that everyone has been using. Is this
And we got a
sustainable?
last minute. We almost salvaged a last minute point. Like, you know, the 80s. It was stoppage time again to get a point. But the problem is when you. I think what the discussion is when you get to that position, like you said, the Kirkes stuff at the start of that whole point. You know, putting it into for a throw. Why are you sliding and kicking it out like that? Hold it. Go into the corner and then blast it upfield, bro. Eat the seconds. Too eager. He's in a rush to do everything. Kirkes.
Is it? I thought. Is it 2 weeks? I thought it's next week.
No, he's saying if we lose to Chelsea, it's 2 weeks to stew on a loss.
Ash, you're spot on. Yeah.
Why is it what, dude? Why are you predicting it? I'm saying it could be. I'm not saying it will be. I will not predict it. But I mean, to be honest, if they're missing, when they miss Palmer, they're a different team. If they're missing Chalobah as well, they don't have much in reserve. Chelsea. So
we've got own issues right now.
Well, we have, but I'd go there if Ekitike is back as well. I think we'll look much better, to be honest.
100%. So, I think we did actually miss him, and it's the obvious thing to say when you've got a 70 million pound.
You have to slap him one. Like, honestly, the slap he got from the whole squad, and obviously there was so much bullshit from Dom King. Dom King, man, you've been talking so much shit. Honestly, that's so terrible that he said he got top fine 2 weeks' wages. The manager came out and said there's no fine. He just came in and apologized, and he's a kid. He's got to be allowed to make mistakes. Have you guys never made a mistake in your life? Of course you have. Everybody makes a mistake. He's going to learn from it big time. You learn from mistakes. I just hope he's learned from that. I hope today the players learn from today. Ibu, though, doesn't seem to be learning, Grizz, because he's been making the mistakes all kind of season so far. I mean, there's a couple of good games. We've got an Arsenal fan in here. He's admitted it. Who's saying, he has one eye on Madrid. He don't play for that badge anymore. I mean,
no, I don't think it's a commitment problem. It could be a mental problem. It could be playing on his head. I don't know about that, but it's not a commitment, an effort problem. It's just like the rest of them, like Gakpo, like Salah, like McAllister, like Bradley, like Frimpong. Horribly out of form at the moment is Ibrahima Konate. Horribly out of form. And again, very much like Salah, I thought Konate's turned the corner. Last 2-3 performances, starting from the Arsenal one, were much, much better.
Yeah. I think it just shows you when it just shows you if you haven't got a fully fit squad and you have to play players because of stupid suspensions, things like that, things kind of unravel a little bit, and you have to go and make a stupid formation. I honestly think that formation doesn't happen if Ekitike is fit. I'm sorry, is not banned. I honestly don't think we get a box midfield. I'm not blaming him, just saying stupid things happen, right? In situations when a stupid thing happens, stupid things follow. And Slot needs to learn from it, the players do as well. But he needs to figure out what he wants to do with Wirtz, because I thought, yes, second half he had some really good he shined at points. Needs to be the whole game though. And like you said, what are we doing with Maka? Why didn't Curtis start? Curtis just Curtis didn't start midweek either. Curtis started midweek, didn't he?
Yeah, Curtis started midweek.
That's why it happened.
Yeah. But I generally my biggest conundrum is the McAllister and Wirtz. That's just me. Everyone has their own issues and problems and thinking, no, there's no problem. Oh, he'll work it out or whatever. No problem. And I get it. Yeah. Every fan is entitled to have their opinion on what they think of the Liverpool team. I think the rest is just rhythm and everyone will be fine the more we play together. I don't know how McAllister and Wirtz fit in the same midfield.
Yeah, it can be.
I think they want to occupy the same places. I think they want to do the same things. Probably McAllister from a deeper part of the pitch as opposed to Wirtz in the more attacking third of the pitch. But I don't know. I don't know. I will have to keep an eye on it. Now we all will keep an eye on that, because let's see how that develops.
Yeah.
I think it's unfair on Curtis Jones that if McAllister's not looks 70% fit,
play him 45 minutes, I just want to answer Taylor here. I think it can, because he's literally played the whole midfield to support Isaac, because he doesn't want Isaac to do too much running there. So they're all there to kind of probably support him. I just think instead he should have gone with Chiesa, maybe start with Chiesa and bring Isaac on later. At least Chiesa's going to put his one thing Chiesa is doing. Going to put his
So what would you have done with Verts then? So what would you have done with Verts?
Verts on the left. Could have played on the left. Completely fine.
So you would have done Chiesa up front?
Yeah. What? Chiesa came and played up front when he came in?
Not Isaac.
I'm saying that because Ekitike didn't play and Isaac had to start, he's gone with this formation so that Isaac doesn't have to do too much.
Yeah, I know. So what you're saying, we should have played the normal formation with Chiesa up front.
Yeah.
And
well, if you haven't got a striker, what are you going to do? Or play Gakpo up front, for God's sake, if you have to. Do something. Why does he have to pigeonhole players into certain positions? Gakpo played up front for us before with Klopp. Scored goals there before with Klopp. Wasn't the best, but he's not exactly lighting up on the left, is he? So there's options. They've all done this before. Gakpo is actually pretty decent in the air as well. So if you're going to throw stuff in, crosses in, to be honest, the crossing, Bradley and Mo today, everything overhit. Gakpo himself, when he came on, everything overhit. Just not even giving your forwards a chance. Isaac doesn't even get a chance in the box because nothing's right on his head. There's no Gordon to put a great cross in. There's no Trent to put a cross in for him. How is he supposed to deliver? So, and you're playing, if Vert is not crossing in, who can deliver on the left, and he's playing central, how's he going to pass to him? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's all, he's got some conundrums here to sort out. And I think just one, so Taylor saying one player missing doesn't change things. Of course it does. Of course it does. It massively changes things. Did Gakpo start the midweek game?
No.
So this is the crazier thing. He's been benched properly for 2 games. Gakpo is starting the next 3 now. Doesn't matter how he plays, he'll be starting the next week because he's been benched for 2. He's had a whole week off. So it's just, here we go.
But this is the problem.
Here you go. We wanted to overload the midfield with Wirtz in the first half. That's why we didn't start with Cody. But if you're 1 down, prefer to have width on both sides. That's why we brought Cody in. I mean, you didn't need to overload the midfield. They're going to just, they punt it over the midfield. That's what they do. They just punt it over, or they wait for you to give it away and they counter on you. You should
just counter through the channels. They don't counter through the middle. They always play the ball through into Muniz or Tyrone Mitchell sides, down the fullbacks. They use their fullbacks brilliantly.
What he should have done is play Bradley 45 in midweek and Frimpong 45 instead of the full, right? You know
Gags,
why?
honestly, you know what, Gags? This 45 business, I'm not with it.
It's the Carabao Cup. Who gives a shit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, sorry. But generally, this...
No, Carabao, you can do what you want. I think if you just... Because he's worried about the minutes. That's what he's worried about at the moment, is overloading the minutes. Frimpong could have started, because literally on the counter, the one good thing Frimpong can do is run back fast and help us defend, because Bradley can't. He can't run back fast. He's not quick. He was in treacle behind Sarr and everybody else. Whoever else was down that side.
He's quick enough. He's just quality. He's playing like a amateur at the moment. He is quick enough.
So many things you could do to just...
Frimpong and Bradley are just so
awful. Yeah.
Awful at the moment.
I mean, to be honest, Taylor's right. Trent was bloody crap for majority of the season. But what he adds on the ball is everything, right? And we are missing Diaz. There's no doubt about it on the left.
I knew we would.
Yeah.
I knew we were gonna miss Diaz, and then
but I was only happy with to sell Diaz is because I thought there was a left winger coming in. And the fact that they haven't, and you're trying to rely on Rio's gonna get bullied while he's growing. He's still not grown into a full man yet. He's a kid. He's gonna get bullied by teams like this fully. So all of you thinking that Rio is gonna light it up. It's gonna be
what a rough weekend. It's amazing.
We're still smart though. We're still top of the league, and we've got a buffer. We just need to make sure. I mean, what can turn this all around? And actually, it will piss us off it will piss us off even more if Arsenal drop points tomorrow, because this could have been a chance to extend, or at least, do something more. So I guess all eyes on St. James's. Well, let's hope if Newcastle win, I think let's see how close Newcastle get. If they win, let me just quickly check.
No,
If
who cares about that aspect?
No, I want them to have something on the line, you see.
Oh, it's early season. Of course,
Oh
they're gonna
yeah,
have something.
9. They'll be in the top 7. They'll go above Sunderland if they can win. So
Yeah, no, they're not looking at the table right now.
they just need to do something. So Ash is saying Voltemada, please. So yeah, he was rested midweek. But hey, I think Newcastle did all right against Barca as well. So it was just some quality in the end. And if Arsenal play like the way they've been playing, honestly, just need a Newcastle midfield to turn up tomorrow and absolutely batter them. So let's see what happens. It'll be hilarious. I hope so. We're relying on Newcastle now, but this is a title race problem. This is what happens when you drop points. You got to rely on other teams. And let's be honest, they're the biggest bottlers in the freaking league, aren't they, Arsenal? Let's be honest. The
I expect them.
the whole weekend's narrative will change if they drop points, because everyone will be talking about how Arsenal bottled it again.
Yeah, we need that.
It would be so beautiful.
we need that so bad, but it's opened up the race, and it was always a race, and it was people that have been
It was
talking
never
about
over.
Liverpool.
All the people who were saying that this is going to be a cake,
Bollocks!
it was never
Yeah,
going to be. It's a
never,
tough
ever,
league.
ever.
I wouldn't be surprised if we're behind a little bit and we have to catch them up again.
100%, 100%,
It's a good
100%.
start, but today puts us back. It shows us that we are human, and that you can't just rely and rest on your laurels all the time and turn up and you think you're going to win. You got to put the performances in. You got to get the formations right. And today is on Slot and how he's mixed things up, and also a little bit of Hugo. And then if you say in game, I think you can say Ibu and Bradley and Kirkes did not. Kirkes. All the fullbacks, 3 fullbacks played, and Ibu plus that, and Mo. You could say Maka wasn't great. Dom only at right back. The whole team was shit, man. Bloody hell. The only people who did get a little bit was Ali.
Only Ali and Dom. Ash says, "Great therapy, lads. Laugh my ass off."
I'm here every week, bro. You just don't turn up. You only turn up to see your bro, Grizz. That's the problem.
Yusuf says, "What do you think about the Galatasaray match?" I'm
admin.
I'm Gags ask you what he wants to see lineup wise and etc. I don't want any of the first teamers.
Gakpo's going to play 100%.
Curtis Jones, Endo, Gakpo.
Endo ain't playing.
Not quite the League Cup team, of course not, but at least 3 changes.
Yeah, I think Ekatike is back in. Mo's going to play. Gakpo's going to play. He's going to end up playing Wirtz again, I bet you.
Ekatike is going to play.
Yeah, Wirtz will play again.
Robertson will play.
Robert will play. Frimpong will start. Oh my God. I think it'll be Virgin Gomez.
It needs to be.
Ibu.
I think there's a conversation. If Gomez is fully fit, I think there's a conversation to play Gomez next week.
No. Gomez can't play games in a row. He breaks. He just needs to play the odd midweek game.
So then play Konate Tuesday.
No, man.
And go with Gomez on Sunday, Saturday, whenever we play Saturday, Sunday.
No. It has to be Gomez, Konate next week. It just has to. Konate does have some good games. It's just, it depends on where it is.
My head's hurting. Honestly, I'm feeling so. Honestly, it's like
here we go. We'll see if Arsenal can capitalize. But anyway, still a long way to go. Don't scared. He's using.
Don't scared. Don't scared. But
using you're saying that.
No, we're not scared.
By the way,
I've been telling everyone, and one day I'm going to tell the story behind "Don't Scared." People are saying, "Where did I get this line
from?" Is it one of your kids?
No, it's a Bollywood movie. It's one of those old school.
Which one is it? Is it?
Oh yeah, I can't remember the name, but basically one of the villains. Right? The Asians in the chat will know, right?
Is it Shah Rukh Khan?
No. It's a villain. I can't remember the name of the villain, right? So it's a baddie, and people in the of Asian heritage in the chat, South Asian, will know that Bollywood films of the past were classics, absolute humdingers of movies, right? But they always used to get one of the main lines, always like a word missing or not quite making sense. And this is what a classic example where it was a tense scene and the baddie's trying to threaten, etc., etc. And he goes up to them and he says, "Don't scared."
I can't find it. I can't find it.
And I'll have to dig it up. I'll have to dig it out. It's a proper old. I don't even know
Oh,
what
is it
film.
proper old?
No, proper
Yeah.
old, not recent, not recent.
Oh,
And he
okay,
says,
fair enough. Yeah, then I'm
scared.
not finding it.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
scared.
No, you won't find it. Don't scared. So
Anyway,
look, we're not
Man
scared. We're not
United lost 3-1 and Fernandes missed a penalty and Kelleher saved a penalty. Great. Chelsea were winning, got a red card and lost 3-1. So there are some positives for the day. Man
hate
City
when you
though
do
won 5-1. Like,
And I've been very vocal in writing them off.
what the hell?
Marie,
Maxime Estevez scored 2 own goals for flipping the hell? Burnley, bloody idiots. Anyway,
listen.
um,
As Rohan says, we're down bad when we're gas bag in Bollywood. Yeah,
we are
whatever
bad.
that means. I hope
We
that
are
doesn't mean. I hope that doesn't mean something too rude. What I've said there. But yeah,
No.
look, it's been a therapeutic debut on the Gags Tandon Show.
I do feel better. Thanks, Chris. I do feel better. I mean, to be honest, as soon as they lost, listen, we've been through Jota. Worse things happen in life than a loss of a football match, is what I'm trying to put perspective on. Those are the real lows. Still top of the league. Try and just get through the next. I mean, the great thing that's happening is that we got a game in 2 days, 3 days. Like literally Tuesday's another game, and we just forget about it real quick. But if it was a week's wait, that would hurt so much, you know. But yeah, don't be too downhearted. Hopefully, in 24 hours' time, Arsenal make us laugh again. Let's hope so. If they can draw or lose, that would be lovely. They would have some serious drop points this season already. I actually think a lot of big teams are going to come up to Palace and drop points.
Yeah, for sure. Well, but listen,
Actually, Grizz, 1 second. They might actually get lucky because as soon as this team, they haven't been playing 2 games a week, right? As soon as they start playing 2 games a week, they might go to shit. And then they get lucky. So we got unlucky that we get to play them when they're not playing 2 games a week. Thursday, Sunday will kill them, I reckon. They haven't got a big squad either. But anyway, you were going to say something. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, you're talking about their record. Of course, they're unbeaten in 18 now. Of course, they're hard to beat and they're a very good team. So it is what it is. You got to move on.
Raza, Ali's got a question for you.
G. No, Raza.
What's the Asia Cup final tomorrow?
No.
What is the match? I don't know. I haven't actually checked.
Shut up.
Is it? Oh, it's in Pakistan tomorrow. Hey, Pakistan could win. Let me tell you. India just clawed through one of the last matches on a blooming super over.
Stop it, please. Pakistan could win. Have you seen them play cricket these days?
They're in the final.
I think if we got the Pakistan Kabaddi team to play cricket, they do a better job right now.
Oh man. Oh look,
But anyway,
we've got another opposition fan here. You play Chelsea with no Palmer. Don't talk about luck. I knew this would happen with Arsenal fans.
Who cares?
I know.
Honestly, who cares?
Rowan's back. Boo, cricket, boo. Hey, well, okay, we're going to call it a day. We're an hour in. We shouldn't have done this. There's 6,700 odd in here watching from Twitter and YouTube in a mix. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. There's so much more content coming on Anfield Index. It's probably not going to be as hopefully it's probably not going to be as chirpy as it has been for the last 5-6 weeks, but or the whole summer, to be honest, has been chirpy. It's probably going to be a bit more depressing, but hopefully we can turn it around on Tuesday. So keep on joining us. Grizz and I will be back on Friday. Yeah, the game for Chelsea isn't till Saturday night, so we can do a Friday nighter this time, and Grizz will prefer that too. And yeah, I own one on a Friday now after moving it around so many weeks. But yeah, we'll be back in a few days, really 4 or 5 days, and hopefully we're talking about a Galatasaray win and looking forward to Chelsea. But Grizz, any last thoughts before we go?
I think we've given enough thoughts to last a lifetime.
Well, when we are still at top of the league. Chelsea
We
good
are.
news.
We are.
United
Away the
news.
lads. Come on, Eddie.
Away the lads and up the Reds. We'll see you soon.